Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Two Clicks from KO. As always, I am Aries Edge, and with me, the Jose Canseco to my Mark McGuire. Bash Brothers are here.
Cheating
Aaron Cantu.
motherfuckers. It's cheating motherfuckers.
Who wasn't cheating in that time era?
That's
that
fair.
era?
That's fair.
You know what I mean? And baseball was a lot more fun to watch then too.
That's true.
So what's going on? What's new?
Not much, man. Fucking just told you a little bit off air, but I'll just start this. When you make an appointment or like an agreement to be somewhere, regardless of what it is, fucking be there. Don't be that guy that doesn't show up or shows up an hour late or whatever. I'm so tired of this shit. So tired of it. Friday,
we gotta fire it up, Aaron Cantu.
Dude, Friday. Okay, so Friday we had the woman's company dinner thing, right, from her previous employer, but they still invited her.
Oh, that's nice.
So like, yeah, it's at 6:30. I'm like, all right, show up. Oh, by the way, we didn't get a reservation. We showed up at 6 though to get a table for 30 people, and it's not like that's a busy time or anything. And then they told us it'll be a half-hour wait. And then next thing you know, it's 7:15. We're still waiting.
Oh man,
I'm a couple beers in at this point. I'm like, I'm gonna go get some beers. I'm gonna
go sit at the bar.
I'm like, yeah, screw this. So that was like, it turned out to be fine, but it's like kind of irritating. And then Sunday, yesterday, this monsoon comes out of nowhere. I'm like outside cutting tree branches off, like there's little skinny tree branches off a tree in my backyard, and then all of a sudden I just hear like this booming thunder that rattles my windows, and then just rain from out of nowhere. I'm like,
you're like, run!
Yeah, I ran inside. The dogs came with me. I was like, what the hell? And then my roof starts leaking. And I'm like, oh shit. But I have a warranty or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I call the guy. Yeah, we'll be out there tomorrow, 1:00. Somebody gonna be home? I say, yeah, I'll be there. No problem. Text my boss. Hey, you need to take some time off tomorrow. Okay, no problem. So get here, kind of tidy up a little bit. It was already clean, but tidy up a little bit. Just.
Yeah.
And then sat here for 2 hours. I was like, hey, where the fuck's this guy at? Call him. Oh yeah, we're not coming today.
Why? Did you think that maybe you want to like call?
Yeah, he goes, this morning, things are still wet. It was foggy. That creates moisture. We can't really do anything when it's like that. So we'll just be out tomorrow.
That's cool. Don't be here. Don't even take the time off. Let them show up and be like, oh yeah, can't come today.
I told him, I was like, yo, I took time off work, so when you get here tomorrow, just get on the roof and fix it.
Right? Don't wait for me. Go do it.
Yeah.
But that's why it's under warranty. So they're like, whatever. If we're not getting paid for it, it's under warranty.
Yeah,
we don't care.
Yeah, they're like, fuck it. Why not?
Basically. The gist of it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Well, I don't know. We'll see what questions we got. I might have another rant. We'll see.
Oh, boy.
I'm all fired up already.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a fiery episode. I already feel it. It's going to be, it's going to be a good one. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Yeah.
What do we got? We have to talk about, we haven't talked in a while. We haven't talked since the Pauper Rock State Championships.
Yeah, we had Thanksgiving, and then I went on vacation.
It's a busy time of year.
It's been a busy time of year.
Yeah. So, we've had the Chicago tournament went down.
Yes, 34 players, I believe.
34 players. We had the Majestix 1K Open.
Yep. So
we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I didn't get a player count for that one. I guess I could message Pat.
I don't know. All I know is that it was two familiar faces to the show. David Colon, Mr. Clixo there, got second, and Tony Rodriguez finished first.
Yes, sir. Michael Broderick made it into top 4.
Yep.
Kind of a new face on the scene, so that's nice. Who else did we see? Saw Steve DiCarlo was up in the top 8.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Gallagher, he's always up in there. Let's see here. Matt Esbrook coming all the way from
Matt Esbrook, he was third, I think.
That came all the way from Arizona. We got Wes Betchart, a really good player from about an hour from me. He comes to my local events sometimes. And then we've got Jonathan Murray rounding out the top 8. So pretty interesting top 8. Very different builds all around.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Cool swag. Should have had Tony back on and talk about it, huh? Oh, well.
Nah, fuck him.
Damn. Damn.
We'll have him on eventually. Let him go ahead and bask in the glory of the WWE with the what do you have, indigo battery with it? Or blue battery? I think it was indigo.
What's interesting is one of the things he won was a Rock and Sock Connection signed by Mick Foley.
What?
Yeah. So Jeff Bullard, one of the Majestix podcast hosts, he went to Mick Foley's stand-up special.
Oh, nice!
And got to do like a meet and greet after, and had him sign it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was part of the prizing. So pretty fitting that he won, right? Like using the WWE figures and then gets the WWE prize. That's pretty cool.
Yep, WWE figures gets the WWE prize. We just had him on the show too. So I dare say you come on 2 clicks from KO, you're probably gonna win a big event coming up. So good.
I mean, it's possible.
It is. It is.
Anyway, what else we got? We got so Dice Dojo. I don't have any builds from that, and I don't have the builds handy for this stuff.
I think I do. The builds I have from the Chicago event. I do know Matty G won it.
Yep, I heard that.
He won it with I want to say I don't know if he played a theme team. I think he did. But someone else played. Patrick Frazier played something very similar that was not a theme team. So let me scroll back through a chat that I was in here. I thought I just seen it for a second. I think I scrolled way past it.
I have the team list for Majestix if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and rock that out. I got the team, the top 8, I believe, from Chicago pulled up whenever we need it.
All right. So we had. We'll start with 8th place. Jonathan Murray, he played. So let me go over the format first for those who aren't familiar. The format is, they're calling it Bronze Age, 300-point Bronze Age, which is basically anything with an Oreo dial. The 2 different things.
Like, what was it, Superman?
Superman and Hulk are the earliest sets with that. Respectively, DC and Marvel.
With a ban list, I believe, too.
With the ban list. So the ban list... oh gosh,
it's things like Copycat. It's
Copycat. I believe all team bases.
All team bases. You have, I think, the Book of the Skull is on there.
Book of the Skull's on there. Thanks to me.
There.
I got Book of Skull banned.
Well, I mean, last year it won like what, 6 events.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
With the change to the Quake rules, and it being full damage, it's gnarly. You drop a hammer, you full damage Quake, then you make an attack, you equip.
Well, and the thing is too, it's like not the way the wording is. It makes it not a free action. It's at no cost, because when you change the change in wording.
Yep.
So now, like, I can just Quake as many times as I want, basically.
You can just keep dropping hammers.
Yeah, it's just kind of
bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, so that makes a difference. But yeah, there's Copycat, Book of Skull. They had a Super Skull, but he's now fair game.
No,
all team
Black
bases.
Swan.
Felix Faust, Black Swan, Legion, the title character from the animated
that one
series.
was because you can make the unlimited chains.
Yep. It's just generally stuff that's like really degenerate to gameplay. Oh, the Omega Drive is banned.
Yes.
Because if you compare the Omega Drive with the Ophidian, then you get some really like just degenerative gameplay. So stuff like that. And then also no horde tokens.
Yes, which is, people aren't up to speed with that. It was from War of Light and Fear itself. It's bystanders that stack, basically.
There's Lord of the Rings ones too.
Yeah.
No, those are the best ones.
But it's Well,
the Worker Spider, 10 points, barrier and power.
Some really good War of Light ones too.
Oh, not even close to as good as those.
Man, shut up.
Anyway,
Get my DC love.
shut up with your DC. So that's basically the format. Jonathan Murray played, says 79 points. He's a robot theme. Magneto with the Construct version with
Yeah.
Ophidian and the Brotherhood of Mutants ATA. Isaac, the prize figure from WKO. Mr. Sinister Construct, Ultron Future Drone, and Tri Sentinel, the Spectral Ring, and Star Sapphire battery with the ring, the wall, the bulldozer, catapult, and the mallet. And then he's got the Storm Bounty, Green Arrow, Shield level 7, Hulk and Beast student IDs. Sidelining Venom Hulk, the Mighty Thor Hulk, the Nick Fury from Nick Fury's Agent of Shield, the new Con Ellie Storm, I believe.
The Asgardian Storm.
MP19, I think that's the
Yeah, that's the Asgardian Storm. That's
Elseworlds Green Arrow and the Regenesis Beast, and his maps of Stark Tower and Great Mound. So this is just like it's basically don't die tech, right? You got to hit everything like a number of times before they die, and they all get mystics and they all get shape change from the battery. The Spectral Ring, is that the Smoke Cloud Ring or TK Ring?
I think it might be the TK Ring, the Smoke Cloud Ring. Which ring are we talking about? The old one, or are we talking about the new one?
The new one, I believe.
It's the new one. I think it's the TK one because the Smoke Cloud Ring.
I didn't think. Yeah,
I think Nightbringer is the Smoke Cloud with the stealth, correct?
It's Precision Strike. It says.
Oh, okay. Well, what the hell? We don't know anything.
Yeah, what do we know? See, Precision Strike when this character attacks a character and hits, it can remove objects from the game.
Yeah, if he hits, he can take he can take equipment off of them.
So that's also a cheap win, right? Like if he can do that and then not get anything dead, then that's an easy win.
Yeah, he gets the kills, he gets the points for the objects, and then he just doesn't die.
Yeah. So I could see why that's interesting. Calls it Green Constructs. I don't know why he calls it that.
Is he playing Sabretooth too?
No. Maybe he did. Maybe he used the Green Constructs and the Star Sapphire battery?
Maybe.
I don't know why you would do that. Let me look at what Sapphire does.
Maybe he just didn't have the Sapphire constructs he wanted.
No, I mean, that's totally possible.
Yeah.
Range values. What does the ring do? The ring shape change.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. 7th place, Wes. He's running Jakeem JSA theme team. Wes plays Jakeem a lot. And JSA he's played a few times. Won WK with it. He won one of the invitationals or the qualifiers with it for this event. And he's playing Jakeem Thunder, assigned a fragment from the Phoenix Force. Dr. Midnight assigned a fragment, Red Tornado from Harley Quinn and Gotham Gals. And then Billy Batson at 20 points only. And the Phoenix Force with all 5 fragments. He's got the Batman, Green Arrow, and Wonder Woman ID cards. He's got a bunch of Trouble Alerts. Gotham City Waterfront, Jean Grey School of Higher Learning Grounds maps. So Jakeem, likely you're just keeping Colossus on the Phoenix Force, and you can maybe throw the magic fragment on him, give him mystics, right? Dr. Midnight, maybe you give him the Cyclops one, maybe you give him Emma, so you can get TK. There's a few different things you can do with that. See, so he's starting 3 fragments in. I believe that gives you running shot and energy explosion.
You're talking to the wrong guy. I have no idea.
Really?
When it comes to the Bronze Age stuff,
It's running shot. Yeah, so he'll start with running shot, energy explosion, defend, and a +1 damage from the Phoenix Force.
Okay.
So now Jakeem has range shot, energy explosion, defend +1 damage. So he doesn't have to choose those powers. So
Nope.
now he can choose like precision strike, um, to do like
Invincible. You can.
invincible. So he's
Yeah.
splashing that precision damage. That's pretty
Yep.
nice. Um, he can do pulse wave. He can do psychic blast. He can do different number of things.
It gives him the flexibility that he's should have had.
Yeah, and he'll have invuln, right? So he won't have to. He doesn't necessarily have to choose a defense power, and he's still
No.
not completely naked.
Plus, he's
So
also very hard to hit because I think he's 18 with energy shield deflection off the top.
yeah,
So he's already got high defense values. Plus,
mhm.
you can put him in like some hindering terrain and things like that. It's your basic Jakeem Thunder team that just buffs him up. It gives him the buffs that he needs.
Yep. Steve is running his Quinjet with Star Fox, Jarvis, Eric Masterson. It's pretty much no change from when he
No,
won
it's
last
yeah,
year's.
it's his Quinjet team that he won with last year.
Yeah, just pretty good Swiss Army knife. From what he tells me, he lost on a roll off in the top 8.
Huh.
Yeah, I guess there was like a weird ruling thing, and so he knocked out a character on an illegal line of fire, and so they just agreed that okay, the character's not knocked out, but the ID card wasn't called in either, or something like that. So then they ended up going to a roll off,
That's weird.
kind of like a gentleman's
So
agreement.
they agreed upon the line of fire, and then after it hit, they
Yeah,
were
I
like,
guess.
maybe it doesn't." Like, come on.
Yeah, I think someone pointed it out that the line of fire was bad after the figure was KO'd and everything.
Who was it? One of the players?
I don't. I think it was one of the judges, but
That's
I don't know. I don't know. It is what it
that's
is.
that's why we've talked about this before. If both players agree upon
That's why I
line of
have that
fire
rule.
being good, then you guys agreed upon it.
Yep.
Like, there's no taking it back now. Like, okay, yeah, hindsight, yep, that was probably not a legal line of fire, but you both agreed to it at the time. That's
Yeah. No.
that's a hard way to lose.
Yeah, and personally, when I run events, my venue, that's a rule, and I state that before the event starts that before any dice are rolled, agree on the game state,
Yep.
and then once dice are rolled, if you guys agreed, and I get called over or whatever, like I'm gonna go with what you agreed with, and that's that. Now, of course, someone could say, "Well, no, I didn't agree," and then it's he says, she says. But I'm pretty good at sniffing that kind of stuff out.
Yeah, that's a tough way to lose in the top 8.
Mhm. Um, Fifth place, Robert Gallagher. He played a robot theme. It's almost the same as Jonathan Murray's team.
The constructs.
Magneto Isaac, Miss Sinister, Ultron Drone, Tricentennial Spectral Ring. No, okay. So he's playing Magneto with Ophidian Brotherhood, Isaac, Sabretooth Construct Brotherhood, Mr. Sinister Construct, Trisentinel, the Gamma Bomb Stark Tower location, and
Oh,
a mini Slayer. He's using the green power battery. He's got the ring, sniper, bulldozer, stop sign, decoy mallet, and then he's got the underground caverns, Stark Tower, of course, Poison Ivy's greenhouse.
interesting.
So yeah, it's kind of similar like what we talked about. He's got the passive damage from the gamma bomb, right?
Yep.
So he can kill any like retaliators that want to sit in the back. If they can't disarm his bomb, if they move up to try and get out of the bomb, well, he can shoot them and they die.
It's like Shock the Turtle. It makes them
Yeah.
have to be a little more aggressive and get it. They have two choices. You can try and focus your time on the bomb, or you
Yeah.
can move up towards me. So it's bullying them to kind of bend to your will and your strategy.
Right. The mini slayer I like. It's a good tech. Get those equipable objects off of characters.
Mhm.
I've seen Robert play it here locally, and it's a pretty nice tech.
It's an underutilized object.
Yeah, I agree. It's a little bit of a pain because you have to pick it up. Use it.
Then you have to hit, I think, someone, then they get equipped with it. It's clunky, but it's underutilized.
Yeah. It's like the present, right? The present is another.
Present, when you pick it up, you get free incapacitate every single time. Or you roll a 1, the box goes off. I think 2 through 5, it's incapacitate as free, and then 6, you can choose someone within line of fire, I believe, or in range, and they can't be given anything besides move actions, I think. So it can tie some people up. I used it for Worlds at Philadelphia, and I just used it for the free action to be able to throw the tank.
Right. That's why I brought it up. There's different ways you can use it.
Yeah.
Fourth place, Michael Broderick. He's playing Wendigo, Mr. Mixaplick, Trelane. I'm pretty sure that's the prime. Maybe not. I don't know. How many points is the prime? Oh no, I'm thinking Q.
You're thinking of Q. He's playing Trelane. He's playing, yeah.
Ultron Future drone and the power battery. It doesn't say which power battery, but I think I saw him playing the Star Sapphire, or not Star Sapphire. The Indigo. I'm pretty sure when I saw pictures, he was using the Indigo battery. No, that's Matt Esper. Anyways, one of the power batteries.
He's rocking a battery.
Yeah. He's got ring wall, catapult, decoy, pretty standard suite. Black Canary, shield level 7, Green Arrow, and Jean Grey student IDs. Trouble Alert Flash, Metal Arena, Light Cycle, Battle Arena, and that's a Majestix exclusive map, and the Underground Caverns. So basically, you've got Wendigo, who can eventually get going and do a bunch of attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got, just characters trying to manipulate the dice. Mixaplick is similar to Trelane, except Mixaplick has like the ability to pulse wave you and lock your team down also.
Yep.
With action tokens. So that can be kind of a pain in the ass. Matt, it's been a while since we've done a full review like this of a tournament. I'm just thinking in my head.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had any real big
there hasn't been coverage is what it is.
Yeah.
So there's been big events, but even like Worlds, just like no coverage.
I mean, there was. It was just at the time that by the time we go to record it, everyone knows what was out there, and you run through it quickly. Again, but by then too, it's like 3 teams, 4 teams.
But this just happened yesterday, and the lists are up today.
Exactly. Well, it's the same thing as Chicago. Chicago just happened Saturday, and lists were up yesterday, today. So,
yeah. All right. So Matt, he's playing Juggernaut, the new one, with the Brotherhood of Mutants ATA.
Wait, he's not playing Unimind?
No. Matt plays. Juggernaut's pretty hard to kill, right? It's just as hard to kill.
Yeah, he continues. If he gets the right map, he can heal and take action tokens off of him and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well, this team's interesting. So he's playing the Brotherhood of Mutants ATA, the Construct Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's playing the Time Gem by itself. The Indigo Power Battery, Ring Wall Net Bulldozer. And then he's got the Magneto Bounty card, Magneto Faculty card, and then on his sideline, he's got XDPS, Dark Phoenix Saga. He's got 2 Magnetos from that set, the number 15, which is just the regular uncommon Magneto, I believe.
Which one is it? From what's that? The Regenesis?
No, it says XDPS 15 Magneto. Maybe that's 11. Pat might have the number wrong on the website.
Huh.
Unless he has the set wrong. He could have the set wrong. Because there's a really good Magneto in the X-Men... not X-Men Xavier School. The... what was the X-Men set before that? With the Mystiques in it.
Yeah, I'm
Uncanny X-Men.
What's that?
The Uncanny X-Men.
Yes.
I think that's the set I'm thinking.
DPS is like Deadpool. It's X-Men and like the X-Force or whatever it was. Or the Deadpool and the X-Force.
No, X-Men Dark Phoenix Saga. It's XDPS. But number 15 is not Magneto. Number 11 is Magneto.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if you got the number wrong or the set wrong. Has to be the number. Anyway, there's a number of different Magnetos, but he's playing two of the same one, it says. So the time gem, I believe, is what? Super senses or prop? Something like that?
I think time is prob. I want to say it is, but I don't memorize the stuff. I can just look at your cards now.
It's prob. It's prob.
Yeah.
And then if he hits with the 10 or higher, he gets the free mind control. Oh no, opposing characters can't reroll. Sorry.
Yeah, and then also if you're rolling that high too, with the Brotherhood team ability, you're taking, I think, taking action tokens off.
Yeah. And then the ATA says characters using this team ability within 4 squares of another friendly character named Magneto can use willpower. Characters using this team ability and named Magneto can use leadership.
Oh.
But when they do, they only remove action tokens from other friendly characters using this team ability. So the Magneto can remove tokens from Juggernaut, which lets him heal. And you know, it's a nice little combo. Yeah, and then Indigo Battery. So the thing with the Indigo Battery is too, like if he does hit Juggernaut, then he gets to place Magneto next to him and then heal him.
Yep.
You know, and
So
vice versa.
again, more don't die tech, without being the normal don't die tech.
Yeah, except that can hit hard.
That can hit very hard.
Yep. Second place, David Colon. He's playing the Unimind.
Unihawk.
Unimind with Ion, and then Nighthawk Prime, Flora Colossus, Pandora's Box. I thought that was an interesting choice. There's a few different ways to play the box. His sins are less wrath and less sin and the wrath sin. And he says sniper rifle. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. That's got to be wrong. Anyways, so I'm assuming he's playing 3 sins.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
And not a sniper rifle.
I'm trying to think what sin starts with S, if there's
Sloth?
any. Sloth. Probably Sloth. He's got the Shield level 7, Green Arrow, and Black Canary ID cards. It's pretty standard Unimind team. Like if you played a few years ago, Nighthawk doesn't let you increase values. Unimind does Unimindy things. I mean, he's still he's standard. I'm talking Pokemon. He's still modern, so you can still play him. You just have more choices for the Eternals now.
Yeah, absolutely. You can dig out some of the old Eternals and pop them out there for stuff.
Yeah. First place, Tony. He's playing a mystical theme team. Undertaker, Finn Balor. He's mystical?
He is, yes, because he also in WWE, Finn Balor, he also has an alter ego called the Demon. So they consider him mystical, yes.
Is it Balor or Baylor?
Balor.
Oh, okay. I don't know shit about that. Tri-Sentinel and Alex Wilder. I mean, I like it to a degree, I guess, but I like the older stuff better. He's got the Mjolnir. I'm assuming that goes on Tri-Sentinel, maybe. I don't know. That can't.
He can't go on Tri-Sentinel.
Undertaker can't go on Undertaker, is it? Can it?
From what
is he not a giant?
No, Undertaker's not a giant. He gets giant reach too. But if I understand correctly, I think he also played a battery. So if you put Mjolnir on someone, yes. You put sniper rifle on someone, you're 10 range close attacking.
That's right.
So if it, I don't know if he would put it on Balor or if he would put it on Undertaker, because if you hit with Balor, you take away defense powers.
Yeah, I mean, he could alternate it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Depending on who he wants to, because Undertaker also has outwit too. On his 100-point tile, so he's got outwit, he's got submission hold. So that right there, he can outwit somebody. He can then go ahead and submission hold them, which immobilizes them. And if he has an action token, he can then go ahead and ramp up his damage and attack with his tombstone. So
Yeah,
it's a
I don't
sneaky
see
good,
anything.
sneaky good team.
Yeah, I don't see anything that would make me think that the Undertaker would use it over Finn, other than like I think Finn has charge, right?
Yeah, I think he does.
And
That's
and
just part of his
and yeah, and Undertaker doesn't.
or
So
not charge. He has what do they call it? Flying leap,
plainly,
where
okay.
he can move like 3 squares and make an attack.
Mm.
So if it would be, in my opinion, I would put it on Finn just to be able to hit with that close attack from 10 squares away, and then take their defense powers out, and then really follow through with like an Undertaker attack,
Yeah,
and then just keeping obviously Alex in the back to prob or perplex or whatever they're allowing him to use, and then Tri Sentinel obviously doing Tri Sentinel things.
yep. He's got the zero ring, which is the barrier in cap. Barrier is
Yep.
free, but only one marker. He's got the spin ring, and spin does TK,
Hmm.
and then the free choose a character within 3 squares of line of fire. Place that character in an adjacent square. That's super good.
Yeah, so I'm
Um,
assuming he's also then doing the making the one free square of blocking. He's then exploiting the Tri Sentinel retaliation, where he can retaliate and destroy the blocking terrain and
well,
dealing the 1 damage.
yep. That also can be used like for the bounce, right?
Yes.
Yep. So
Yep. You can create your ropes and things like that.
Star Sapphire Power Battery with a ring wall, stop sign, sniper rifle. He's got both Storm IDs, a Green Arrow ID, and a Nightwing ID. Um, WWE Arena, Underground Caverns, and the Mound. So pretty cool teams all the way around. I really like it. I like this. So I like this format. It's just I really am. I've not been having fun playing with ID cards lately. Like I just hate how much one ID card calling can change the outcome of the game.
Oh, I mean, it's 100% like Steve's. That's Steve's team. Steve's team is very dependent
Yeah,
on getting his Quinjet into position, calling out his IDs that he needs, which is level 7, and his Green Arrow to
yeah,
cripple a team or just wipe out a big hitter from the team.
yeah,
Um, I mean, what I don't like about Bronze Age is that you can see somebody, and I'm not faulting him for doing this because it works, but Steve can play one team and he can just play it forever. And if it works, he doesn't have to modify it. He can add some stuff to it, tweak some stuff to it. But once you have a team that you know and you're ready to play it, you can just play it forever.
yeah. I did ask Pat at one point if he thought he would do a rotation, and he seemed kind of you know on the fence about it.
Yeah.
And for me, I think like a good thing for him to do is now that we've had a rotation with the new cards,
Hmm.
maybe move his rotation up to the new cards.
Yeah,
So I think was that Superior Foes of Spider-Man.
I
So
believe so.
anything
Yeah.
Superior Foes and more recent. So then that gets rid of like your Quinjet. It gets rid of most ID cards, um, except for the newer ones. But then you
It
lose
gets rid
that.
of batteries
Yeah,
and
but
all
then
your
you lose like a
resources.
lot of that stuff. All the resources. So I could see why he doesn't.
What I
Um,
would do, and this would just be my opinion, that whoever wins the 1K, I would take whatever is on their team and I would retire it for that next season.
just the
So
next year.
yeah, absolutely. So like when Steve won last year, I would have been like, all right, whatever is on your team, it retires for everybody. So your Green Arrow ID card and the Chase Green Arrow is gone, Quinjet, and then it comes back in a year. You know what I mean? It can be reintroduced back into the Bronze Age.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something to think about.
Yeah. Who
Just so it keeps
knows?
one person from just playing the same thing, but also it takes other players away from using that as well. It gets added to the ban list for a year. The
Well,
quote
that's
unquote
like my
tentative
my
ban list.
champions rule, right? That I had in my league
Exactly.
that
If
I
you win
ran.
with it, you can't play with it next. It gets put on the ban list for a week or whatever it was.
Yeah. Interesting. Um, So yeah, congrats to Antonio winning. Congrats to all the top 8 players. Pat did not answer me how many players total. I know there was at least 16 because
He had a good showing. It looked like.
there was a top 16. So
I think he said. I think it might have been 31. I think he had.
maybe
I saw it somewhere in a chat. I want to say he had 31.
yeah. I mean that's pretty good.
Absolutely.
All right, and we got Dice Dojo.
Yep. The old Chicago. PJ Bolin. He ran something that people considered very unconventional. He played double Jason Wingard, or however you say his name.
Yeah.
Jean Grey. He played, what is that? It looks like the giant size, the 2x2 Magneto at 25 points. He played the Dark Phoenix at 30.
Mm-hmm.
He played Magneto Wanted ID. He played then the Student Cyclops Jean and Beast ID cards as well. He had 2 lights and a heavy. He had Skull Camp. He had the WWE backstage. He had the Bifrost. His sideline. It looks like it's your usual. You have Cyclops, Jean Grey.
Yeah, the usual cast.
Yeah,
usual
you have
suspects.
the 23B Magneto from the old XXS.
XXS. Okay.
Yep.
The Prime
Yep.
Magneto.
You then have, it looks like the Dark Phoenix coming off of the ID card as well. Dr. Claire Finn is on his sideline from Orville.
Like literally the only good figure in that set.
Literally, yep. He's got Isaac on his sideline. He's got Beast on his sideline, Miles and Gwen, and Kismet. So he's got
I like Kismet. Kismet's fun.
He's got some decent stuff to pull bystanders from with the Jason.
Those Kismet bystanders are super underrated.
Yeah. So from what I heard too, there was somebody there who was playing like 14 Wendigos and 2 Orange Proteuses, and PJ just made this team completely just made all the Wendigos eat each other. Literally, I saw a picture and it was just the most ridiculous amount of Wendigos you could think. And yeah, PJ ran through it just by mind controlling.
Mind control, yeah.
Absolutely. Then you just turn them against each other and they're all just eating each other and gone.
I bet that was fun.
I think he did well with it too. He's in top 8 right here.
No, I mean that game specifically. I bet that was fun. Like,
it wasn't fun for the Wendigo player. I'll tell you that.
No,
right.
That's what you get.
I think.
If you play 14 Wendigos, right? That's half your build in Wendigos.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Or was he 15 points? Or
He's
10?
15 points.
Oh, that's more than half your build.
Yeah, absolutely. He played that. I remember he played 2 Orange Proteuses as well, and I don't remember what the hell else he played.
He probably played 1 Wendigo at like 100 or something like that.
Potentially. But regardless, his whole team. And I think afterwards he was like, well, I didn't think someone was going to play that. Okay, well, I mean, you're playing 14 Wendigos. Like, and with the way mind control is in the game right now, too. Like,
how about I just play Vulture? I mean...
Oh, absolutely.
Vulture, I don't need octopus arms.
100-point Iron Man, 100-point Iceman. Yeah. Smashes through it as well.
Yeah.
So, because he can just continually keep charging, just baff, take the whole team out.
Yeah.
Lucas Van Hollen, he played double Sheriff Strange at 50. Alex Wilder at 25. He played 1, 2, 3 Wendigos alongside of his 3 Tri-Sentinels. He played the Doom Buggy Terrain. He played the Iron Avengers, I think the map bonus.
Stark Tower, yeah.
Yeah, it says Iron Avengers Assemble.
Yeah,
whatever
that's what the bonus is called.
Yeah. So he's doing it to get like his probability control pogs and things like that.
Was it theme?
It's mystical. Theme bonus 9. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, it's actually a little bit harder to get the prob from that one yeah, because then you have to roll. Yep. So the consolation. So like when I played at States, I purposefully played off theme, and then did the Stark Tower. So then I get to choose my bystander.
You get to choose whichever ones you want. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He played. It looks like a student Cyclops ID card. He played the Days of Future Past Storm. He played the Wolverine, the Beast, the Other Beast, and the Iceman ID cards. Zero Object. Again, that's very prevalent with the Tri-Sentinels.
Yep.
And then the usual suspect for the sideline stuff. Cyclops Storm. That's obviously he's playing. Which one did he play? It looks like he played the Prime Storm. He didn't play the. Well, obviously he can't play.
Well, he can't because he can't
call it in. So he played Prime Storm. He played the Wolverines. One was the Fast Forces. One was the
Yeah, he can
Fast
call,
Force,
he
and he played the 50.
Storm at 25.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he's got Rusty.
Maybe.
He's got Beast. That's what it was. It was Rusty. That was one of the other ones.
Or Superman.
Iceman at 15. And then he's got Firestorm and Batman on his sideline as well. So it looks like he went 5-0 as well. Or 4-0. Excuse me, 4-0 going into Top Cut.
Yeah, that Prime Storm's fun because if I'm not mistaken, they don't have the wording that like they can only attack characters their size.
Yeah, some of them do not have the colossal indifference.
Yeah,
so you can attack smaller characters as well.
Yeah, so like you can retaliate with the Tri-Sentinel and then call in Storm with the Tri-Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
So you get like extra damage that way. It's pretty fun.
Absolutely. Brian Poling, I think, who placed second. He went up against Matty G. Mm-hmm. He played Ultra Chase Thanos at 160.
Yep.
He played Lockjaw, and he played Mr. Oz. That was his whole team, plus 3 Cosmic. He had the Storm Wanted ID. He had the Iceman Student ID and the Cyclops Student ID. He played the Time Gem and the Ego Gem. Galadade Promenade, Amok Time, Underground. He played the Asgardian Storm. He played Iceman at 100 points on his sideline to call that in instead of it being at 15 points. He then also had Cyclops at 150 instead of the normal, I think, 50.
Uh-huh.
And then he had Robin, Wonder Woman, Firestorm, and Hawkgirl as his sideline actives.
Pretty good. I like Robin.
Cheaper Plex, and he's the one that doesn't die, I think, either.
Doesn't die, yeah.
Yeah, he stays in, so just make sure he doesn't keep getting KO, because I think they keep scoring points.
Yeah, they do score points, just 20.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. If you give up 400 or give up, was it 300 points? What's the cap? 400 points?
If you give up 100 points over the bill, so if it's
you got 400 points in Robins, I mean,
then yeah, you're done.
You have a problem.
Yeah,
I don't see how you could even do that because you have to knock stuff out to get him back.
Yeah.
So,
this was the team that I thought Matty G played, but he didn't. Patrick Fraser played it. It is Sheriff Strange at 50. Excuse me. He played then Traitor at 45 with the Bearer. He played Kobik with the Cube. He played Surtur, Mangog, the Avengers Assemble, the map bonus. Wanted Storm ID card, Jean Grey ID at 3, Beast ID at 3, Cyclops at 3, and Iceman, it looks like, at 3. His objects was the Zero. Mm-hmm. He played the Batarang, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, free attack.
Yep, and Heavy. His and obviously it was Stark Tower, Jotunheim, and the Roller Derby. Iceman at 100. Storm. I'm trying to think some of these guys' handwritings. It says WizKids for set, so I'm guessing it was the. Oh yeah, some of the handwriting is not that great. So he played the Asgardian Storm at 85. He played obviously their Genesis Beast. He played it looks like the Chase Jean Grey as well was over there. He had a Storm, and then he had Batman for what his Trouble Alert, and he had another Cyclops. So again, for the sideline, it's looking like it's the same kind of sideline every single time. Your normal, depending on what you have, what you're playing. If you're playing a smaller team, kind of like
It's a
you're
good
playing
stuff
a
team.
different Storm. Yeah,
It's like the Isaac strategy, just play good stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Now, Nate White, I enjoyed Nate White's team because it was very close to
is
some
this
that
top
I
eight
played.
or is this just teams that
No,
people
this is the
played?
top eight.
Oh, okay,
This
gotcha.
is, I think, I'm pretty sure this is all the top eight. So he played Black Adam. It's a mystical team, +8 mystical. Black Adam, Billy Batson at 20, Sheriff Strange at 50, Alex Wilder at 25. He played 4 Wendigos and he played a Pim Pocket Tank. He also then played student IDs are Jean Grey, Iceman, Cyclops, and Beast. He then played the faculty Wolverine. He played the faculty Professor X. He played looks like Days of Future Past Storm. Venom Symbiote and Remaker rings to give him his shape changes. His maps were King's Tomb and Amok Time. And then again, it's just got the usual figures for 'cause he didn't list any point values, but it's the usual suspects for
Yeah.
Professor X was the normal Professor X, not the
Well,
Prime.
you don't list point values for Sideline.
A lot of people do,
I know.
so you know exactly like for him, he's playing the Asgardian Storm.
Right.
So most people will say I'm playing it at 85 and not the 150. But again,
Yes.
common sense plays in. He can't call it in at 150 because his highest point value is 100. So,
Right.
what else we got here? What's next? Oh, I skipped over someone. Loaded in there. Tyler Spees. I'm guessing you can probably guess what he
Monsters?
played. Monsters.
Probably Monsters, yeah.
Plus, it looks like 9. It also looks like T9. So I'm not sure. It might be a calculator he got. The old T9.
T9.
So yeah,
I think I got
T9.
one of those right here.
Yep. So Giganto in name more times too. Obviously, he played Mojo. He played 3 Wendigos. He played Surtur. He played Group Carnage. Wolverine ID, Harley ID, Chamber ID, Cyclops student, Jean Grey student, the Iceberg Lounge map. 2 lights and a heavy. Iceberg Lounge was the only map he played. And then obviously the usual suspects on the sideline. He's getting the Harley Quinn that does the +2 perplex. We know who he's playing. Also, his trouble alert was Firestorm. It looks like he went 2-2. So he was probably limping in there at the bottom of that.
Yeah.
That cut, or he got in. They had 34 players, so I'm guessing he was probably close to the bottom at the 16 cut if they cut 16, and then ran and got up into the top 8.
Yeah.
So
Cool. Sounds good.
Who do we got next? My phone's loading it in. Matty G, who won. Fuck Matty G.
Damn.
Just slide that in there. Matty
No,
G. Me and Matty G have a
I
love.
forgot you guys have your personal little.
Nah, he's a good dude.
I
Played.
know. It's the like you place higher than him at Worlds and all that stuff, right?
Oh yeah, it's still been brought up. One weekend out of the last 2 years, I played better than him, and I'm gonna let him know every time I talk to him. Remember that one time at Worlds I played better than you? and now since then he's won like what Team Rock. He just won this. He won.
He's won a lot of shit.
He's like
before and after.
I want to say that I lit a fire under his ass by doing better than him in Philadelphia, and ever since then he's been doing real good. So you're welcome, Matt.
Maybe he practices like once a month now.
Maybe. From what so the story was that Matt showed up and he was rummaging through his car trying to put a team together and put this team together, and then walked in there and won.
Yesterday?
In Chicago, yeah. He showed up, he rummaged through his box to put a team together, put this team together, and then won with it.
My first big win, that's what I did. I showed up, I had this other team I had practiced, and I had played it a few times, and I was like, man, it's good, but it's grindy, and I have to think so hard and everything. I looked at my box, and the thing is, we had test played the night before, and I kept losing to my buddy's Super Scroll team. And I'd had a Super Scroll for a long time, and I
Yeah.
had been saying how good he was, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna play this. I Brother Voodoo, figure I'm familiar
Oh,
with.
the Prime.
Yeah, as a figure I fell in love with when he first came out. I was very familiar with it. I played that Super Scroll, Blind Owl, and something else cheap. Star Labs Tech and
Oh,
Sidestep TK, right?
yep.
And I ended up winning that event, and it was like there was like 90 players there, so it was like
Jeez.
a lot of fun. I was like, I should just do this more often.
Yeah, anytime you can just roll up to an event and throw stuff together and then win, yeah, it's a good day.
That's not the way to do it, to be honest. Like even if you don't have like you and I, let's say we want to like we're not practicing playing the game, but like the discussion, the thought hours, and like,
Hmm.
well, what do you do against this team? Game planning, like that counts. That counts towards practicing. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely. Just
I
knowing
don't,
what figures do, knowing people's tendencies,
yeah, I don't
knowing
do,
battle strategy, things like that. Like,
yeah, common teams that you see. Like what does a Kobe team generally do? Well,
yeah,
change your
what
team
are some
ability,
things?
lock you down. Like
What
so
are some things out there I can play to counter a Kovic team that I also still want to play in a normal team? Like things
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
So that's what he played. He played Kovic.
nice.
Kobik. He played the Hayam Kobik, the cube. He played Unseen, Trader with the gem, Groot, Floral Colossus, Dune Buggy,
So it's not
Harley.
exactly like a team like necessarily created on the fly or something like that, right? Like
No, it's
those are all
probably a
pretty
bunch of
well
stuff he had
known.
in a box. He had it in his meta box and said,
Yeah,
"Okay, I've played this all together at one point in time. I'll
yeah,
just dig this out and play it. I'm familiar with it. I've
yeah,
put some hours into it."
yeah. And
So
that's like what I was saying. Like Brother Voodoo, I had played a lot.
yeah,
Star Labs Tech, it's Sidestep TK. That's all you really need to know. Blind Eye, I played a lot, and Super Scroll I had played actually a lot, just not in tournament.
yeah.
So like I actually won my Super Scroll in the Battle Royale when
Ooh,
the set came out. Yeah, it was like
that's
they
a good
put
battle royal right
yeah,
there.
I pulled. Oh, that wasn't even the best one. But I pulled Super Scroll. I played it and won, and they put the Connelly on the table. I was like, yeah, I'll take Super Scroll.
Absolutely.
This
At
figure
the
is
time, oh
ridiculous.
yeah, he
Yeah,
was super expensive too.
he wasn't
Uh,
at first.
no, once people saw what he could do and people started playing him, then he was like, yeah, yeah, that's it. You're a trendsetter, man. So then again, usually he played a suited henchman too,
Yeah,
and then just the normal ID cards: Harley, Storm, Gene, Iceman, Beast. He played the Zero Ring, Metal Arena, Poison Ivy's Greenhouse, and Ancient Hold. Flash was his only
Trouble
Trouble
Alert.
Alert, and then it was again. I'm not gonna run through all the sideline. It's the same
It's
sideline. People are
same shit. Everybody
exactly
plays.
same stuff. It's the usual suspects that we see. Um, this is Dustin McKinley. He played something very similar to what I played at Worlds, except I made the wrong decision and played King Britain instead of Alex Wilder. But he played a Black Adam. He played Daredevil, Sheriff Strange, Tri Sentinel, Alex Wilder. He played Storm, Wanted ID card,
Mhm.
Cyclops student, Iceman student, Beast student, Harley Quinn. But again, too, I didn't play any of those ID cards because then at the time we didn't have Asgardian Storm. We didn't have a
Yeah,
lot of the other things.
we had what the 150-point storm. That was
Yeah,
about it.
exactly. So he also then had the Venom harness, which I did. So he's probably sticking Venom harness right on Daredevil, pumping
Yeah,
those stats, hitting hard. And he
yep,
had Symbiote, which I'm guessing is probably going on Black Adam.
yeah,
Uh, he played Wakanda and paid the 5 points for it, which was something that I had thought about doing too, and I did not do.
yeah,
He played the new Wakanda thing where you get your super sense roll and your shape change roll. He played Underground Cavern. He played Ancient Hold. And then again, it's the usual sus. Who did he play? He played the 150 Storm, but he played it at the 85-point level, the Asgardian Storm.
yeah.
And then Cyclops at 50, Iceman at 15, Beast, Harley Quinn. No trouble alerts is listed. Um, and no win loss was on there as well. So
Yeah. So the Black Adam is nice with the symbiote. For those who don't know. Oh wait, it's the new symbiote, right? Not the
it's
old
the
one.
new one. It's not the
Do you
one
still
where
get the auto breakaway?
you don't. You basically you just get shape change. I played Remaker with mine too,
Hmm.
just because it gave me poison and it gave me shape change. You might have to check. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it gives the
I'm
auto
looking
breakaway.
at the symbiote.
It
I think it gives you plasticity.
It gives you plasticity, which isn't auto.
Yeah.
You just get the
Yeah,
plus.
no, it's auto breakaway.
Is it?
Yeah. So because he gets that free move, right? That at the beginning return or whatever.
Yeah, he rolls a d6, and then whatever he rolls, he gets to move that many squares.
Yeah, so automatically breaking away, can't be locked down. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, plus he can hit pretty hard. He's got perplex, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
It's a good team. I already talked about it. I don't want to relive it. My dice dog shit. It was a rough weekend in Memphis, but it's nice seeing. Also, from what I'm hearing too, because this is the ruling that came out of Worlds, is there is a I don't want to say a glitch, but there was a ruling that is kind of being controversial right now, where people can activate the colossal retaliation without actually doing the colossal retaliation, and the passive effect afterwards still triggers off. So try Sentinel. You can use your free action to colossal retaliate. Obviously, if there's no target, there's no target. You don't move your Tri Sentinel, but at the end of it, you still destroy all blocking terrain within 3 squares, and then you'll still ping people for the damage if they're adjacent to the blocking terrain.
Yep.
So that still triggers. The Surtur is the same way too.
Right.
So that's interesting. Will that be changed? Only time will tell. Should it be changed? I think yes. Will it be changed? Probably not.
We'll see. We'll see.
And that was the top 8 right there.
Well, again, congrats to the top 8. Really cool teams. Again, nobody really played the same thing, right? Other than ID cards.
ID cards was the current trend.
2 Kobix, I think.
We saw 2 Kobix. We saw a couple Mystics. We saw a Monster. We saw Thanos.
Right.
But
I'm saying, like, the teams, even if it's Mystical or Monster or whatever, nobody really played the same stuff except for the 2 Kobix. It didn't sound like.
Kobik Trader was on a couple teams too. Sheriff Strange saw more play than I think.
2 Sheriff Strange teams, yeah.
Well, there was some teams that had multiple Sheriff Stranges in the team.
Yeah.
I think there was
just you get the perplex. That's why they play it.
What's that?
They get that extra perplex when you play more than one because they can +2 each other.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Because they have that Baron. They have the keyword.
The Baron, Baron and Battle World, yeah. Other, right? Battle World Other.
Yeah.
Cool. Congrats to the top 8.
So for everyone complaining about how we're not getting too many WizKids Opens until February, we still have decent tournaments going on. And if you want to play in tournaments, go buy a Winamap kit. They're $50.
Winamap kit. You can start. I believe Majestix is starting to look for trials for their events.
There you go.
Their 1K series. Gosh, I think I'm getting sick.
There's still the Pauper League as well.
Poplar.
The old Poplar.
Paper format, yeah.
You can play skirmish.
You can play skirmish.
Try doing some skirmish.
Nobody's gonna, but you can.
From what I'm hearing, it's getting good feedback. People are, again, we want new formats.
Group that I see that even comments on it, they just shit on it.
But they've never played it.
No, they have.
Who?
The Eagles played it.
They have not. They just shit on it.
No, they played it. They tried it.
Bullshit.
Right.
Bullshit. They just look at it and go, "I don't like it." Meh.
That's what I do.
I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
Look, I'm sure it's fun, but just knowing me, knowing the way I like to play the game, that's not fun for me.
But you don't know until you try.
I do know.
You don't know. Have you played it?
No, I don't need to.
You don't know if you would like it or not.
I don't like just, let's just put our fingers down and roll dice. Like, that to me isn't fun. I want to work for it. I want to outwork someone.
Then outwork them.
No, that doesn't.
You just have a random starting spot. You still have to outwork them.
Unless I just start next to them and just mollywop them. That's no fun.
I mean, it depends on what you're mollywopping them with.
That's not fun.
Anyways, we can.
I know myself well enough to know that. It's like my friend. He took me to one of those 40X theaters, right? I think I
Oh,
told that story on here.
yeah, those are bad. You talked about it.
Yeah, like I knew I wasn't gonna
Get
like it
sprayed with
because I
water
don't
and shit.
like that kind of stuff. Like I'm just not into it. It's not my
But
thing.
you still at least tried it.
Yeah, because he paid for the ticket.
You don't have to play the skirmish. You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, I have to pay with time.
Oh, oh.
I only have so many hours in the day. Attention dollars, as they would
You
say.
had 2 hours today to play around with it.
Oh my
Wait.
god. Don't even fucking get me started. Anyway,
You got
so
questions.
yeah, we got just a few questions. Not a lot
I
this
know it
week.
wasn't too many.
It was last minute. That's fine. What obscure character are you wishing for in the June Fantastic Four release? Ooh,
What obscure character?
obscure character.
I talked about mine.
What was yours?
Mine was Willie Lumpkin. I want like a Stan Lee-esque Willie Lumpkin figure. Because we've seen a lot of these figures that had that or like Alicia Masters. We've seen like these suited henchmen and goons and these figures that Alfred way back in the day was a pog, along
Yeah,
with Alicia Masters and so
yeah,
on. And now we're seeing Alfreds and Lucius Foxes and a lot of these support figures get, their time to shine. I would
sure.
like a Willie Lumpkin that its likeness kind of resembles a Stan Lee. Doesn't have to be Stan Lee. We'll all
Uh-huh.
just picture who it is. A
Yep,
really cool Willie Lumpkin, a really cool Alicia Masters.
yep,
But if we're talking like heavy-handed Fantastic Four,
yeah.
ugh, I don't like.
I'm
We
really,
know
I'm,
we're getting Surfer. We know we're getting Doctor Doom. Like,
I'm trying to think. Like,
I would want more Skrulls. I would want a Super Skrull.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say Super Scroll, but then it's like, well, he's not really that obscure. But you could do like the Scroll Emperor, or you could do like the Badoons. Bring the Badoons back.
I would, or give me something Skrull. Give me a War Skrulls. Give me some War Skrull generics.
Well, War Scroll. Well,
No, there's multiples. They're all. It's a type of person.
yeah.
We
That's what I
saw it
said.
in the
That's the
saw it in the
Badoon.
Captain Marvel movie.
Right. That's what I'm
She,
saying. The Badoons. The Badoons would be nice. The Badoons are like a little sub
yeah,
elite group of scrolls that nobody knows
I'm a
about.
science guy. You couldn't figure this out?
Yeah.
Talos shitting on the science dude. Yeah, the
Yes,
coordinates. It's
sir.
up in space.
Um, man, who would I? I'm a big Fantastic Four fan too, and I'm
We
like,
know we're
man,
getting Galactus.
yeah.
So
I'm betting that's a summer.
Terrax,
Yeah.
a cool Terrax, because he was a
Terex would be good, but I would like to see more like Stardust or
Stardust would be good.
Wraith. Wraith would be good.
Ooh, what's
You
the
know,
Nova?
Wraith actually fits really well because Wraith has that cosmic-y stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
then he also fits in like the absolute carnage type stuff because he does
Oh,
have the symbiote.
didn't we see a Wraith before? That was Carry On. I'm sorry. That had
Yeah,
the maximum carnage keyword.
no, absolute carnage. That's the
Different
new
carnage. So many
that's the new
carnage.
storyline that's going on right now.
Yes.
But they do have a set coming out next year,
Yes.
so you could do that thing where like they've kind of like
Little
okay, we just
subset,
had
little crossover.
yeah, we just had the Battle World set, right? But then in the next set, they had a couple more Battle World guys.
Kind of like this new set, this Justice Unlimited. What? All right, let me talk about that for a second too.
Yes, sir.
What is going on when I go and post up something, just doing some super sleuthing, just want to get people talking? Why are there so many assholes that are like jumping out like from HC Realms?
What
Like
happened?
everyone, I posted up so I saw some pictures from PAX. And I
Yes,
saw
I saw
one
that.
picture that had a reflection in the back. So I grabbed it, I zoomed in, I flipped the image, and I catch the wording. It says Legion of Doom on there. So it is. So I was like, oh, it is confirmed. It looks like the back art does say Legion of Doom. I would assume we're getting some Chase Legion of Doom figures.
Uh-huh.
And a couple people were like, duh, I thought this was common knowledge. Where have you been? But like, I'm trying to get people to talk about something and get excited about sets coming up because we're in a stagnant period. I don't need your negativity steaming over from HC Realms.
Here's
Like,
the
you can
thing,
keep
man.
that shit over
Here's the
there,
thing.
all right? Like,
You're never gonna make everyone happy,
oh, I
and
get
and
that.
everything you say is gonna there's for every one person that likes something you say, you're gonna have two people that don't. So
Oh,
I
I know
just
that, but it's like I didn't say anything that was like negative. It was just like, hey, check out what I grabbed. I found this in the back of a box, box art. Look at that. Well, isn't this just common knowledge? I
Well,
mean,
there's
God,
always that guy that knows it, right? Like, yeah, I already knew that. I already knew that. Like,
did you? Because they haven't really come out and said, "Hey,
well,
our
even
chases are going to be
even
this."
if you did, there's always the person that wants to be like, yeah, you should know that. I already knew that. Why didn't you know that? I know more than you know.
Well, that's
There's
cool. I'm
always
glad that you quote unquote know that. I have visual proof that the back art of the box says Legion of Doom.
yeah,
That's
cool.
what I'm pointing out. Like, hey, all of our assumptions is probably correct.
There,
Like, let's have some fun. Let's talk about it. I don't need you being a jerk, being like, duh.
let's
Like,
talk about
okay,
it.
I'm sorry your life is so horrible you have to go on and troll people who are just trying to have a conversation about HeroClix. But I digress. Anyways, let's go ahead and move forward.
Yeah.
Let's have to get
JS Roman, he's the manager of my local comic shop, Legends
nice.
Comics and Games. Go check him out. If you're in Clovis or Fresno, we got two locations. Good prices, friendly staff. They the best. It says, do you feel like the overall HeroClix community has decreased, grown, or become stagnant in the last 5 years? So some background. I know Roman used to play. He doesn't play anymore, but he still does have. We still talk clicks and stuff.
But he's still in the community.
Yeah.
I would say I would say we're still growing. I don't think we're stagnant. I
I think
mean,
I think I get more like regular players at my local venue,
yeah.
but we have like less venues, and we only play like once or twice a month now. So it's kind of like a toss up. But
But when you play though, you're playing like that's the same thing here in Connecticut. Like I before I was playing every week. I would
yeah,
get 4, 5, 6 guys. We would play. But now when we get together, it's like 20 people for big events. So
yeah,
we're still I'm drawing crowds, and I'm not just trying to toot my own horn here, but it's very exciting for me in Connecticut to be able to run a Connecticut Pauper event and get 20 people to show up for it.
yeah,
And they're all over from New York, New Jersey. I had Isaac and Ed show up,
yeah.
world champion Isaac. I had people from all over New England show up, that's exciting for me. It still shows that we are still growing. I'm seeing, and half of the faces that I saw at the WizKids Open weren't at the Rock event. So I'm getting, if all of them were to show up, I probably would have had 30 people.
Yeah.
So you're getting a diverse crowd. We have different formats: Pauper, Skirmish, 300 Modern, Sealed. I think we are in a better place right now with HeroClix than we were 5 years ago. We may have had more people into the game 5 years ago, but I
I
feel
don't
like
think we
we're in a
had
better
more.
place right now. No, because you see guys like Lane Miller. Lane Miller wasn't in the game 5 years ago, and he's
Not,
in the game
not
now.
really in the game now, is he?
I think he just got married, so congratulations. I'm not sure what his future is with the game. Hopefully, he still plays and things like that. But again, that's my point, though, is that you see people like that, and he made a huge splash when he came in.
Yeah,
So we're
I would
seeing
say the game is
people.
definitely bigger because like look at like okay, I started doing my podcast 2014, right? Or this podcast in 2014, and when I started podcasting, there was us, there was starting over, there was Married
Mhm,
with Clicks, Dial H, and Clickscast. Five, right? And
mhm.
and and like that's five period, not like five major ones.
Just
Now
people who are
just
out there
five
trying to
period.
get conversations going.
Now you have all those same podcasts are still around, but then you have like it seems like a new podcast or a new website or new blog site popping up every other month.
Hmm.
There's a new one, and that's cool. The
Absolutely,
more people that talk about like it's like Pokemon. Like think about how many Pokemon YouTube channels there are, for
absolutely.
example. There's a ton. There's a ton. There's room for everybody. There's room. Like I'm not gonna sit here and like name names because some podcasts I don't care for on a personal level. I wouldn't tell you not to like them, but I'm not gonna also promote them because I don't think they're personally that good. But not there's a lot of people that don't like this podcast, so it's fine. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and that's what's great is that there's room for different opinions and different takes on the game, different takes on strategies, and even different takes on different formats, right? So like we talked about the Majestix format a little bit earlier, the Bronze Age. They almost exclusively talk about their format on their podcast. So if you go listen to their podcast,
Yeah.
they're going to talk a lot about that. Maybe a little bit about modern, but modern is kind of, the way they see it is, and I kind of agree a little bit, as modern's pretty much everybody, even if you're not playing the same team, it does the same thing, right? It has like a general theme of the same way it works. Like there's maybe like four strategies, right? And that's what they'll tell you. So that's why they like the Bronze Age, But not everybody likes Bronze Age. So if that's not what you're into, you probably don't want to go listen to that podcast, right? So
Well, no, and that's the thing is, again, there's a podcast for everything in this game. We have the competitive meta podcast, you have the casual podcast, you have the unboxings, you
yeah,
have. Uh, there's something for there's room for all of
even the
us.
popper guys have their own show, I think
Absolutely.
now. Yeah,
Shots fired. When you go on there, you can talk a little shit,
yeah,
do it fun.
yeah.
There's plenty of stuff out there for everyone.
So I would say it's grown if I had to look at, because like even the people doing these podcasts that I know of were not playing HeroClix 5 years ago.
No,
The
absolutely not.
majority of them. Yeah.
Big shout out real quick to DJ Riggin. He just had a baby.
Oh
So
yeah, for
speaking
sure.
of, the shots fired guys, DJ Riggin, congrats.
That's my dude. You see, I sent a picture. We're in a fantasy football together. He goes, I made one.
So that's
Paul.
the other thing too, is like we're like in like the Hero Clicks like baby boom right now.
Yes, we
Where it
are,
seems
man.
like there are so many different players who are just having kids.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And you know what's funny too about HeroClix is, and Roman knows because he sells them, right? Is there's players that go in there and buy HeroClix, and I never see them at events.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, who are these people? Like I was at a store like 2 weeks ago. Guy just decides on a whim he's gonna buy a pack of HeroClix, check it out, pulls a Wendigo.
Damn.
I'm like, oh damn, I almost
I'll
bought
give
that
you
pack.
$40 right now, bro. And I'm like,
Nah,
what?
I told him what it was worth. Just I'm not gonna rip the guy off.
It's
But
like $40, 40, $45.
yeah, no, yeah, Wendigo stock up. Um,
Yep, stocks up. Buy, buy, buy.
buy no,
Or
sell.
sell.
Now's the time to sell. So yeah, I told the guy, I was like, ooh, that's a good figure. And he's like, well, how do you know it's good? I was like, well, competitively, that one's good. And then he got into the talk about rarities and stuff like that. But, I see that a lot. Like, even at the Hobby Town when we play out in the main thing. I've had like AM radio station hosts come in and interview me because they were like, what is this that you're doing? And like, just because we happen to be playing the game, and then,
Yep.
so yeah, I mean, it grows.
Yeah, absolutely. What was oh god, I was just gonna say WWE Hero Clicks. There are some people who said they went to their local store, and by the time they got there was already figures that were sold out. And when
Yep.
they asked who bought them, they were like, "Oh, random people came in, saw them, just liked them, and grabbed them."
Yeah,
Which is great.
I got an Undertaker for Steve, but not for myself, because there was only one left out of all the stores that carried them. So
He's a classic character. He's my mom. My mom, when she used to watch wrestling with me, it's her favorite character.
There you go.
She was
I got an Eddie Guerrero.
Oh,
I managed to get one.
I made sure I pre-ordered stuff through my store and was like, these are the figures that I want. Just make sure you put those aside. If you're gonna get extra stuff, go for it. That's cool. But these are the ones that I want, and they were able to put them aside for me. But I didn't get a full set. I didn't go out. Like, I didn't go nuts. There are certain figures I was like, yeah, I don't want it, even though it's good. Don't want it.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero was one of them. I needed to have Eddie.
Paul Groth from Hypertonic HeroClix Customs. Go check him out. He does some pretty cool work. Especially if you like anime. If you like anime, he does some pretty nice custom anime figures. He says, more hype for Wonder Woman 1984 or Black Widow?
It's not even close.
I know your answer.
Well, all right. So speaking from a neutral standpoint,
yes.
If you look at, have you watched both trailers? Have you watched both trailers?
No.
No?
I watched the Black Widow one. I didn't see that one. The Wonder Woman came out today, right?
either today or yesterday. One
Yeah,
of the
I haven't seen that one yet. I did see the
Okay.
Black Widow.
the
I'm reserving judgment until I see the trailer. To be honest,
I've seen both trailers.
got
Wonder
that
Woman. Wonder Woman
Alex
looks
Ross
fantastic.
armor, right?
Yes,
That
it pops up that she has the Kingdom Come Wonder Woman armor.
yeah,
Steve Trevor's back. I want to know what that's all about. Maxwell Lord, I think it is
Maxwell
the
Lord. Yeah,
bad guy, which is
yes.
amazing. He's
Yeah,
Black
he's a good villain. He's a good villain.
He's a Black Lantern. I think at one point in time in the comic books, he convinces the world that he doesn't even exist. That's how
Yeah,
strong he is.
yeah,
So
that's good.
he's going to be a great villain. Um, the action scenes with her using the lasso and everything looks fantastic. It's 1984 is where it's based out of, obviously, 'cause it's in the title.
Yeah.
So it's like that whole. It looks good. Now, when you look at the Black Widow one, people are shitting on Taskmaster. He looks goofy. He's
It's the
got a
Ultimates one.
he's got a Nerf bow.
No,
People are saying that.
it's Ultimate's
I
Taskmaster.
understand.
That's the
I
thing.
understand that. No matter what costume he wears, he's going to look goofy. If he wears the costume you just showed, he's going to look goofy.
Yeah, can't like.
So Taskmaster's cool. Red Guardian I thought looked awesome.
Yeah, that's funny.
So that was
Hopper decided to become a superhero since he's stuck in Russia anyways.
yeah. So he looked. Oh. So but me personally, if I have to pick, I think the Wonder Woman trailer looks better. And now, if I'm going off of all the trailers that I've seen this week, I think the Ghostbusters is going to crush them all.
Well, maybe we'll see.
Have you seen that trailer?
No, I haven't seen it. I
Oh,
did.
watch that. That came out. That one came out today, and that trailer looks phenomenal.
I got to see the Eternals one too.
I haven't seen that one.
It hasn't leaked yet.
But I've seen both Black Widow, and I've seen now saying that I think Black Widow looks good.
I think it looks phenomenal. Like it looks.
It's darker than Wonder Woman.
That's what I like. I like that. I was thinking it's a lot kind of like a Winter Soldier.
It's very gritty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that they're both going to be very successful. I just about pooped my pants when I saw her in the Alex Ross.
Yeah. No. Alex Ross even posted a thing on his own. So I follow his
So do
Facebook official. You see the thing where he posted he had the Kingdom Come Wonder Woman. He had all the different armors that people were wearing that he drew. I'm like, oh, you're such a badass.
But then also too, they have the Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earths going on with the Arrowverse right now.
Yeah, with the Brandon Routh Superman.
And you see him wearing the Kingdom Come S. You see then Old Man
Batman. That's what I was talking about. Old Man Batman with the armor. Yeah.
Yep, and then you see Wonder Woman also rocking the armor as well.
Okay,
so
no spoilers on that. I haven't seen it yet.
Alex Ross.
Yeah, no spoilers on the Crisis yet.
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched any of those shows for like 2 years. When Arrow goes off the air I know. When Arrow goes off the air this year, I will get caught up on everything. I got lost.
It's a lot of TV.
Same thing with Gotham. It was just so much. I didn't watch the last 3 seasons of Gotham. That's leaving and ending, so I will catch up.
It's tough to get through, man. I watch it just because they cross over. Man, that one's tough to watch.
Which one, Gotham?
Supergirl.
Supergirl is
because they cross over with the Arrowverse and the Flash show.
Flash is good. Arrow was good.
Arrow's okay.
It was good when it first started.
It goes to be Flash, Arrow, Legends, Supergirl. I don't even watch Black Lightning. I don't even watch Black Lightning because it doesn't cross over. It hasn't yet that I know.
I thought he was starting to. Anyways, yeah, Black Lightning. I looked at it and I was like, it just didn't. It looked very cartoony. It's just
too much. It's too much. Yeah.
And then Gotham by itself, they did No Man's Land was their big thing.
I liked Gotham when it came out, and then I fell off of it.
So did I.
Anyway, we got Christmas questions from Malcolm.
Do we? Well, speaking of Christmas, I might as well plug it while I'm here. 12 Days of Clixmas.
Oh yes, I was
still doing 12 Days of Clixmas. We have some amazing prizes up there. I posted it up on the 2 Clicks from KO page. It's up on HIE as well. We have great backers in Jeremiah Peterson is pumping out a tray. 2 Clicks from KO is donating the Batmobile right there. You see it. Brad Stubbe is donating some neoprene maps. and some stuff. Kazan Cards and Games out of Candor, New York, has donated some stuff as well. The Beardo Bros just donated all the Regenesis op kits and the championship prizing. Carrie and Stacy are putting together a 400 figure, it looks like, care package that they're giving away tonight.
Yep.
Critical Hits Customs is giving away tokens. That'll be more on that to come as well. There's just so much stuff that we're giving away this year. It's fantastic that everyone comes together this time of year. This is the second year that I guess we've been doing it, my fiance and I, and then Aaron has jumped in to help donate. Critical Hits Customs has jumped in to donate as well. I appreciate it. All I need
how do we enter?
All I need is an entertaining story. It doesn't have to be funny. It can be funny. It can be tear jerking. It can be emotional. Just entertain us. Aries Edge 2626 at Gmail. Send me your email. We have until, I believe, Christmas Eve.
You can also message the show. You can message the show. We'll make sure Aries gets that if you want to do it that way.
Don't message me. Last year, people messaged me. I had 50 messages in the inbox that I had to try and scroll through to find afterwards. It was a mess.
So message the show. So your best HeroClix related story.
Absolutely. Just not even best. Entertaining. Doesn't have to be the best story that you've had. Entertaining. We had some entertaining ones last year that were funny. Just or just an entertaining story about, how you got into the game, how this, that, whatever.
Yep.
A entertaining car ride to a tournament.
Yep.
Anything. Whatever you got, we want to hear it.
All right. Let's blow through these Christmas questions, and then we'll wrap. We'll call that a wrap, because I'm quickly losing my voice. Yeah, it just hit me all of a sudden. Best, worst, and favorite Christmas movie.
Best Christmas movie is Die Hard.
Die Hard, obviously. Worst.
Worst Christmas, like Christmas with the Cranks or something.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Like with Tim Allen, that one was pretty bad.
What's your favorite?
Die Hard.
Die Hard?
Love Die Hard. Home Alone's good.
I gotta go to National Lampoons, man.
Oh, Shitter's Full.
Huh?
Shitter's Full.
Shitter's Full. Yeah, Shitter's Full.
National Lampoons is very my fiance has
a classic, dude. It's a classic.
It.
My brother even just got the Clark Griswold Christmas ornament on his tree.
Oh.
So now I gotta get an Eddie.
There you go.
Best, worst, and favorite Christmas song.
They're all bad. There is no best.
My favorite Christmas song is "Baby It's Cold Outside."
The original?
Yeah.
The original's good.
No, you know why that's my favorite? Just because I'm an ass.
Trying to get it in. Hey, you don't gotta go. You don't gotta leave.
It got pulled off of all the radio stations, everything last year with this Me Too stuff. Like, it's like, come on, man, it's a Christmas song. It's like
trying to make sure she doesn't catch pneumonia. Like,
yeah, what the heck? That's I don't know. I just like it.
That's a classic. That's a good.
I like it because other people hate it. I guess I'll say.
I don't hate it. That's probably my favorite. Now that you mention it.
Yeah, it's a good song. Worst. I don't know. There's so many bad ones.
Mariah Carey, because they play it so much. Oh, they play it so much.
What's my son was singing one. He's got his Christmas program coming.
Silver Bells is really bad.
Silver Bells is like, yeah.
They're all bad.
Yeah.
Especially now that they're starting them more and more. They're gonna start them by Easter next year.
Yeah.
It's just so bad.
Best, worst, and favorite present you got from the past few years.
I mean, my best, I'm probably wearing them right now. My fiance got me some LL Bean slipper shoes.
Yeah,
and I wear these. I wear them out into public. I'll wear them everywhere. So.
Yeah, I got my slippers too. That's my favorite.
Oh, absolutely. It's like, what's that? Throw some shoes on. Yep, these are going on.
I posted a meme yesterday. It was like, hold on, guys. Only 2 weeks to go, and it's got the holy socks and the holy underwear.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it's so true. It's hilarious.
Oh, I blow through. So with all the umpiring I do too, I'll just blow through socks like it's just no problem. Just another toe's gone.
Yeah, the woman got me some sweats and some slippers last year. That was the best.
I know that it's amazing how when we were kids, if you got that kind of stuff, you were like, "What the hell?" And now we're like, "Yes, I'm getting socks and pajamas."
My kids ask for that stuff actually, so I guess I'm lucky. Okay, clothes can be the best, the worst, and the favorite because like
Hmm.
when you get those clothes that don't fit or there's something like you're never really gonna wear, then you're like, fuck, I gotta return this or like I
Or
gotta
I have to make sure I hang on to it and remember to wear it in front of them
one
at some
time.
point in
Yeah,
time, just so
exactly.
they see that I'm wearing that shirt they bought me.
Yeah, exactly. Best, worst, and favorite Christmas food.
Oh,
I know
the
mine.
worst has got to be like cranberry sauce. Does
Isn't
anybody?
that a that's more a Thanksgiving thing,
I
isn't
mean,
it?
what's the difference between the meals?
I
Well,
know
we
a lot of people do like the Christmas ham. I can't stand ham. I don't like.
uh Italian family behind me, so they do the seven fishes.
Ugh, gross.
Oh no, it's good. They do like stuffed shrimp and stuff like that. And
I don't like
it's pretty
seafood at
banging.
all. Tamales, man. Tamales, best.
Well, you're in, I mean, Cali, man.
Mexican. What do you want?
I mean,
Like,
I
give
mean,
me some
I'm out here in
tamales.
New England, so it's like it's seafood, bro.
Tamales, man. That's the best.
Pumpkin pie is up there too. You got to go with like that fruit cake. I guess is probably the worst.
Probably the worst.
There's
Yeah,
some bunk
that's
ass
got to
fruit
be the
cakes.
worst. Does
Um,
anybody eat fruitcake?
no, but everyone seems to get it at some point in time.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Like
Like,
gingerbread cookies. Like who
oh,
really likes gingerbread
I
cookies?
like gingerbread. Like a nice
Sure,
gingerbread cake. You throw some Cool Whip on that.
but who likes cookies? Those cookies are awful.
It depends on how they're made too, though. If they're super hard, they're gonna blow out like my teeth. That's
Yeah,
like I'm
like
all set with that, bro. These
I'm getting
dude,
older, man. These teeth ain't holding up. No. Let's see. Best, worst, and favorite Hercules characters that relate to Christmas in some way. So we've got like Krampus, Holiday Elf,
I'm going with the
Jack.
Joker. The Joker on the with the Christmas present.
Yep.
That's my
Jack
dude.
Frost. Jack Frost probably the best one.
Jack Frost was up there. I mean, it depends on if you play it right.
Yeah,
Shots
I know.
fired, Lee Miller.
Shots fired. Yeah. Um, the worst one is probably the Toy Soldier.
Yeah.
The Toy
Even the
Soldier.
Abominable Snowman, it wasn't that good.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good sculpt.
yeah. Bad
Bad
figures.
dial.
Yeah, Snowman's probably worse than Toy Soldier. Actually, I've seen Toy
Yeah.
Soldier played
If I had to
successfully.
rank just the holiday ones, not including the Joker, he's not technically a holiday one, it's probably Jack Frost, Holiday Elf, I would say, then Krampus. Those two can be flipped
They
depending
can
on
flip.
your
Yeah,
style. And then you're probably Abominable Snowman, or no, excuse me, Toy Soldier, then Abominable Snowman.
yeah.
I think those are the 5 holiday figures.
Pretty
He
fair.
put out.
Let's see here. Best, worst, and favorite sculptures for Hercules. It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
What suggestions do you have to make Christmas theme team? I just talked about it. You have literally like
Don't
seven
just don't
holiday.
make one.
You could do the holiday killer, right? You could do so. Like one thing I did one time, I did the, um, Batmobile lost a wheel, Joker got away.
Hmm.
That Jingle Bells. So I did like my own thing where I had like the Joker, a Batmobile, um, and then I
Robin, because he laid an egg.
Robin
Yep.
laid an egg, and I did Eggman because
Oh, Egghead.
Egghead. I mean, yeah, like
There you
I
go.
did Egghead, and stuff like that. So like that's pretty fun. Let's see here. Uh, Heraclix, you want to get for a Christmas present? Give me anything. I'm I'm an easy to please guy, man.
Any for Hero Click, give me a gift card and let me
No,
just
we gotta
shop.
pick a figure.
Well, that's the thing is, maybe I don't want a figure. Maybe I want a map. Maybe I want something like that.
Sure.
Like I've been trying to, finagle some things and maybe get a King's Tomb because
King's Tomb.
that thing's gonna probably be
You know
legal
what I would
for
love to
a year and a
get for
half.
Christmas before Christmas is my judge prizing for The Rock.
Hold your breath on that one, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm like to the point where like, well, I'm not really gonna run all these events if I'm not gonna get my prizing. So I can't even get an answer on when I'll get my pricing.
That's a whole that's for a whole nother podcast. Just
I know.
talking about the thing like that should be in the New Year's resolution. Things we can do. New Year's resolutions for both WizKids and for The Rock.
Yeah.
What should The Rock and WizKids New Year's resolutions be? That's going to be our next podcast.
Actually, start getting ideas for end of the year show. Because we got the best of and stuff like that.
We do.
Which map would be a good Christmas type of map to use? The new Majestix map. Has snow all over it and all that stuff.
Well, there's also the one they did the Rock did the Archway map, but they also did the snow variant.
There you go.
I was
actually, even Isaac the Four Corners map.
Oh,
it's like a candy house, right? Like a.
It's very. It's bright.
Could be like a gingerbread house, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Arctic Outpost.
Yep. Oh yeah. Any other ideas or suggestions for a fun Christmas HeroClix game?
Just play anything.
Yeah. Play some elves. There's like dark elves from Thor: The Dark World.
Oh,
There's Lord of the Ring elves. Just be creative. Think about stuff you can play. Be fun. Holiday Killer, Calendar Man.
Oh, Calendar Man.
There's a lot of different.
I miss it. They gotta make another Calendar Man, please. Because that Streets of Gotham one was so fun.
Yeah, we'll get one. And then lastly, he says, "I wish you a Merry Christmas." So yeah, Merry Christmas back to you, Malcolm, and everybody else out there. It's a couple weeks out still, but doesn't hurt to say it. Happy holiday season to everybody. So what you got, man? You got a flag?
Yeah, it was like a weird like mosquito or something. It's unseasonably warm here today, so I got like something flying in my face. I think I just got it.
Yep. So yeah. Again, happy holidays. Thanks for listening. Get your entries in for the 12 Days of Clicksmith.
Get them in.
Hit us up with those entries or email Aries, or you can message the show, and we'll make sure he gets them. So
it's not me. I want to make sure I flood the fiance. She's got to read them all, not me.
Yep.
That's it.
That's gonna be it. Thanks for listening. Remember, the real fun begins when you're 2 clicks from KO.
Flex.